So today's topic, how to decrease your sex drive with a raw foods lifestyle. Because there's people say, oh, Harley, like, I heard about such and such, and they said their sex drive went down, and I don't know if that means it's healthy, So people are always looking for some sort of excuse or little thing to go, oh, but no, I would do that, but no, because that person I've never actually met, they gave a subjective claim that indicated that maybe this is happening, so I can't take action in my life because maybe, to always look for these little excuses like, oh no, I was so close to doing it, but just that possibility made me question it. No, I can't do it now. So feel free to use any excuses anytime, but just don't let it prevent you from taking real action in your life. Because often we live in a society where we let emotional bullshit come up and prevent us from taking the real action we need to become the people we know we need to become the people we want to become the people that society needs of us. I used to be motivated by what society thought of me, and now I'm motivated by what society needs of me. So Harley, well, let's get on topic, mate. What's the deal with low testosterone claims by people? Well, I watched a video, someone sent me a video the other day, and I watched that from the Raw Bras, and three brothers, cool guys, in their sharing little health journey. And one of them said, I had low testosterone levels. And we didn't actually confirm that he had tested his levels beforehand. So it's not like you're having a 6-monthly test, which you do as an athlete. You have regular tests to see where you're going with your training. If your testosterone's going down, you take testosterone, or if you're doing it legally, you just drop your training back more, or get more sleep, or get more calories. So one of the guys tested his testosterone level. First time he's ever tested it before, and it came back a bit low. So, I mean, it's like, again, it's the analogy where I used yesterday's video about the B12. Someone gets tested the first time in their life, they're low, and they go, oh my God, it's because I'm a vegan. It's like, no, you don't know if you're going up or down. You know what I mean? You've got other health issues as well. Late night stress, undereating, overtraining, things like that really affect our hormonal levels, especially testosterone. I've had my testosterone levels checked, always great. Why? Because I eat enough calories. I get the sleep. I stay hydrated. I train smart. You won't see me overtraining. This is like a 3,000 calorie meal in here. The Raw Bras, I'm eating this for breakfast, and the Raw Bras are eating this for the entire day. And these guys are training harder than me. I train hardly anything compared to these guys. They're like doing Olympic swimming trials. I'm not doing Olympic cycling trials. I train with Olympic cyclists, but I'm not going to the Olympics. So I'm not doing that sort of crazy training like those guys were. So I'm eating their calories. The calories I eat for a day, I'm eating that for breakfast often. I weigh less. You know what I mean? So when people try and do more on less calories, the first thing to go is your sex drive. I'll tell you that now. The first thing to go is your sex drive. And this is not just my claim. This is definitely my experience of mentoring people. If people want to read the science behind it, the Great Starvation Experiment, this is Todd Tucker, just put it together. But Dr. Ansel Keys, he's written the book. He conducted this experiment. It's called the Minnesota Experiment. And it's documented in the Biology of Human Starvation, which is an incredible clinical journal. If you can get your hands on it, it's bloody hard, but it's definitely a great read. And it talks about, they put these guys during World War II, these are didn't want to go to war, so they said, all right, we'll do some experiments, we'll help out, volunteer. And they put them on 1,570 calories a day, grown men, and they became sticks on 1,570 calories a day. So I don't know if you can see this picture here. So the top one, this top guy here, and that's him after a few months on 1,570 calories a day. So what people are doing is they're dropping their calories right back, and they're wondering why their performances fall in a heap. And they're doing the Great Starvation Experiment, raw vegan style. No wonder. And then they're shouting off the rooftops, I tried that thing, it doesn't work for me. It's like, it's not going to work for you if you starve yourself. So the first thing that went in these guys, the first thing that the scientists noticed is the sex drive went downhill. The experiment, the guys in the experiment, they were located next to a university, got hot uni chicks walking around and stuff like that, and these guys were, playing the game onto it. And then as soon as the calories got dropped down, boom, the first thing to go was interest in opposite sex. Done, finished. You know what I mean? if you don't get enough calories, you can't get your hormones going. You can't get it up. You can't get your jing happening, man. So get your calories in. That's just so critical. I mean, it's so how to get your low sex drive is eat less calories. Eat less calories for sure. That's why they feed monks little. Monks just typically have 1 meal a day. They want them under-carbed, so they're not busting out of the monastery and going harassing the local chicks in the village. Eat less calories if you want less sex drive. If you want more sex drive, if you want to be ravishing and voracious, eat more calories, man. In the jungle, in nature, the alpha animals are the ones who get the most calories. The alpha female, alpha male, they're the ones who are eating the most. They're the ones who get first dibs on the food. They're the ones who get first call to the table. Dinner time, they're first up. Alpha male and female. If you want to be alpha, eat more calories. Eat like an alpha. If you want to be beta or lesser or get beat, eat less. You know what I mean? Eat less. So definitely, that's where it's at. If you want to drop your sex drive, eat less calories, eat less carbs, undereat, get late nights, dehydrate yourself, do things like that, undereat. And it's the whole thing. And then we've got to remember in society is that testosterone deficiency is rampant. How do I know this? How do you know this? Go to any pharmacy or any doctor and ask them, do you prescribe testosterone? Can I buy testosterone here? They'll say, yes. Where is your prescription? That's how common testosterone deficiency is. And people say, Harley, well, like society's getting obese. How can that be? Because everyone's getting too much fat. Their hormones are just going all whack. So carbohydrate, calories are key. When your carbs are strong, so is your dong. You know what I mean? It's reality. In nature, if you don't have enough calories, you're not going to be reproducing. So, of course, Mother Nature's going to shut down the sex drive. And we see in the porn industry, what? You're talking about porn? Yes, we're talking about porn. I've known a few porn actors and actresses, and they always sort of starve themselves a bit before they do a shot to look more ripped and lean and all that stuff. But what they notice is their sex drive just drops right down. And to counter that, they use Viagra, they use methamphetamine or cocaine to get them aroused and get them more energetic. So they look good because they've starved themselves, but their sex drive drops off. So they use pharmaceuticals like Viagra, even testosterone. A few of the guys use that, or stimulants, cocaine, meth, and stuff like that. So this is what we have to know. We have to look at the bigger picture rather than just have our little goggles on and just sort of snapshot everything. Open your mind, stand back, look at the bigger picture, and observe what is going on in society, versus just making blanket claims about something. Stand back and look. And people say, oh, but you can't have children if you're a raw vegan. You won't be able to produce you can't have children. It's sort of hilarious. Oh, that's right, there's no raw vegan parents in the world ever. You physically can't do that. It's just like people saying you can't be a vegan or a raw vegan athlete. You can't run fast, you can't lift weights, you can't ride your bike, you won't get enough protein. But that's what we're dealing with in society is ignorance. And then when people try it, they fuck up on it. They don't want to admit what they did wrong. And then they go, oh, well, I can't do it. I'm too proud and my ego's too strong. That means no one else can do it. You know what I mean? No one else can do it. And don't you dare try and do it because I'll just, So whenever you break apart from the status quo and forge the path, like if you go raw, if you go vegan, you're always going to get people trying to drag you back because you're escaping from the crowd. You're escaping from the prison, you know what I mean? You're escaping from the square. Whenever you step out of that square, people are going to say, no, you can't. Go back, get back into this superfood square and this marketing square and all this hype square. And you get back into the drug-taking square and all this sort of crazy stuff, But when you break apart, take advice and people get the results you desire, you succeed. As simple as that. What I notice is often people don't come to people like us who are really having a good time. Miraculously, they forget we even exist and they go direct to the people who say you can't do it. Why? Because they don't want to do it. And that's cool. If people don't want to do something, no problems. My problem is when people make up excuses or lie or exaggerate or say it can't be done because they didn't have the courage or commitment or strategy or ethics or morals or passion or purpose to do it. That's where I sort of get a bit raised up. So if someone doesn't do it, that's fine. You don't have to do anything in life. All you have to do is breathe. But if you want to do something, please take advice from people getting results you desire. If you want sex drive, eat more carb calories, man. 3,000 calories is a minimum. Starvation is induced on a 1,500 calorie a day diet. starvation is induced on a 1500 calorie a day diet. So if you're eating like a starvation person or double that, you're going to be just above starvation. If you want more, eat more carbs. Remember the alpha monkey, the alpha female monkeys, they're getting the most calories. So carb up, crank it out, get your early nights, and stay hydrated, and train smart versus training like an idiot. Train smart. Get your sleep, get your recovery. Hope that makes sense. That's how you boost your sex drive. And what happens when you don't eat enough carbohydrates? Your body doesn't produce enough serotonin from your carbs, from your tryptophan. So then you can't sleep properly, so your testosterone is going to be dropping down. So you don't eat properly, you can't hydrate properly, and then you can't sleep properly. And we know sleep is critical. The Kenyan marathon team, best runners on the planet, the Kenyans and Ethiopians, but Kenyans most so, they're resting up to 20 hours a day horizontal. Horizontal, 20 hours a day. And people in the raw food movement are looking at how to sleep less. I do 5 hours a day. I do 4 hours a day. I do 2 hours a day. It's like there's some sort of competition in how little sleep they can get, how much they can abuse their body and get away with it for a short time. And then when things hit the fan, they go, oh, the raw vegan diet doesn't work. I don't know. You got to get saturated fats from animals because plants don't have saturated fats. Bananas have got saturated fat, for crying out loud. You know what I mean? It's incredible. And then, so there's so much misinformation out there. Just confuse people, leading other confused people into the pit of confusion and apathy and ignorance. Continuing that. And anyone who shines any light on that darkness is, you're extreme, you're radical, you're attacking us. No, we're giving a helping hand. It's time to step up, step out, and charge on. Sleeves up, do it.